Yang Mi escapes attempted kidnapping hours after releasing statement against Yu Long. Security breach, undercover agents, and stolen phones point to industry revenge plot. The Yu Long and Yang Mi scandal has taken a terrifying new turn, as Yang Mi was reportedly the target of an attempted kidnapping just hours after she released an emotional statement confirming that she would be pursuing legal action against Yu Long and exposing those who protected him in silence. What was already the most talked-about scandal in the industry has now turned into a full-blown crisis involving private security firms, stolen data, and a mysterious black SUV that followed Yang Mi's vehicle through downtown Beijing before trying to intercept her convoy. A night of fear and confusion. According to insiders, Yang Mi was returning from a private legal consultation late in the evening when her driver noticed they were being followed. At first, the vehicle maintained distance. But as they pulled off into a quieter neighborhood where Yang Mi owns a second property, the SUV allegedly cut off her car and attempted to force a stop. Security footage from a nearby business shows two masked individuals emerging from the vehicle and approaching Yang Mi's car before her driver managed to speed away and lose them in traffic. Yang Mi's assistant, who was in the car at the time, was later seen being carried into a clinic, reportedly shaken and suffering from extreme anxiety. A source close to the actress confirmed, she was not harmed, but she is traumatized. We believe this was a warning. This was not random. Deleted files and a stolen phone. Even more disturbing is what happened after Yang Mi reached safety. Her personal assistant's phone was discovered missing, a phone known to contain private recordings, screenshots, and voice messages intended for the legal case against Yu Long and others involved in the scandal. A member of her legal team has now confirmed that several encrypted files were remotely accessed and erased before they could be submitted to authorities. There is a coordinated effort to silence her, one lawyer said. Someone powerful does not want this truth coming out. Cybersecurity experts have been brought in to investigate the breach, and a formal police report has been filed. But already, fans and media outlets are drawing connections between this attack and a network of shadowy figures who have long protected high-profile stars from scandals through intimidation and cover-ups. Who is pulling the strings? Rumors have now begun to swirl about a hidden syndicate of wealthy studio executives and managers who allegedly control the image of their stars with absolute power. Whispers of blacklists, threats, and even forced exile from the industry have plagued the business for years, but this is the first time that a real attack may have exposed just how deep and dangerous the system runs. Some believe the kidnapping was not meant to take Yang Mi, but rather to steal the assistant's phone before she could upload critical evidence. Others think it was a scare tactic designed to force Yang Mi to back down from her case against Yu Long or risk everything. The timing of the attack, so soon after her public statement, has fueled theories that this was a retaliatory strike, meant to intimidate not only Yang Mi but any other actors or insiders planning to speak out. The industry reacts in fear and fury. While Yang Mi is currently in a private safe house, reportedly surrounded by hired protection and her legal team, the reaction across the industry has been swift and chilling. Several actresses who previously voiced support for her have suddenly gone silent, pulling their comments from social media and cancelling upcoming interviews. One actor, speaking on condition of anonymity, said, "There is panic right now. No one knows who is behind it. Everyone's watching their backs. People are deleting things from their phones. This has never happened before. But others are speaking louder." A veteran director posted online, "The moment an actress cannot speak the truth without fearing for her safety, the industry has died." What happens next? Law enforcement has not released an official statement, but leaked reports suggest a special investigative team has been formed, with cybercrime experts and former intelligence officers now involved. There is talk of undercover agents being placed inside entertainment firms to monitor communications and gather proof. As for Yu Long, his legal team has denied any connection to the attempted kidnapping. But public suspicion is growing, especially as new footage emerges of him leaving a meeting with a powerful studio chairman just a day before the incident. Public opinion is deeply divided. Some believe this scandal has grown far beyond Yu Long and Yang Mi, into something darker and more dangerous. Others wonder if this was only the beginning of an underground war between stars, studios, and secrets no one dared to speak aloud until now. For now, Young MI's fans are rallying with the hashtag #ProtectYoungMI at all costs, and online petitions demanding a full government inquiry into the industry's hidden practices have already reached millions of signatures. What began as an on-set altercation is now a national obsession, a symbol of everything wrong with an industry built on image and silence. And with threats rising, files vanishing, and alliances collapsing behind closed doors, one thing is certain. This is no longer just a scandal. It is survival. Secret police raid reveals dark connection between Long's management and illegal surveillance network. Hidden cameras, forged NDA files, and a star-studded cover-up shake the industry to its core. What started as a scandal between two of China's most beloved stars has exploded into a dangerous and deeply controversial storm that now threatens to engulf the entire entertainment industry. The shocking attempted kidnapping of Young MI, the disappearance of her assistant's phone, and the strange silence from her former allies has left fans stunned, but nothing could prepare the public for what happened next. In the early hours of the morning, a covert police operation raided two high-end offices located in a luxury tower in downtown Shanghai. These offices belonged to Crown Apex Entertainment, the company managing Long's career and long believed to be one of the most powerful yet secretive agencies in Asia. What the police found has now become one of the biggest entertainment shocks in history. Hidden technology behind closed doors. Inside the office walls, authorities discovered an elaborate surveillance hub, complete with high-grade recording equipment, dozens of server drives, and several hard drives labeled with celebrity names. Forensic investigators quickly realized that many of the devices were actively used to monitor the private lives of several high-profile actors, actresses, producers, and even media personnel. According to leaked internal reports, Crown Apex had been using this network to secretly film, track, and gather leverage on its own clients, including Young MI herself. One of the most disturbing discoveries was a hidden room inside the agency's building that contained hundreds of archived video files. Among them were recordings from hotel rooms, meeting lounges, and even private rehearsals, many involving celebrities who had previously reported feeling watched but were told they were being paranoid. Young MI's name was found on one of the drives. An insider source confirmed that the folder included private conversations she had with legal teams, as well as behind-the-scenes footage of her speaking about Long and her fear that she was being followed. NDA files, coercion, and forgeries. Police also uncovered signed non-disclosure agreements and settlement documents, many allegedly forged or signed under coercion. One folder labeled Internal Discipline contained evidence suggesting that certain artists were threatened with career destruction if they refused to cooperate or asked too many questions. Some of the signed documents showed demands for silence in exchange for financial payouts, while others included disturbing clauses forbidding actors from engaging in media discussions that could damage the Crown Apex image or that of their elite-tier clients. An anonymous former employee who worked in the tech department said, "We were told it was just performance data, just metadata tracking for engagement. But then people started disappearing from projects. The ones who refused to play along. That is when I knew it was something else. Celebrities now at risk. The fallout is only beginning. At least 7 other actors and 2 directors have reportedly reached out to authorities, claiming they too were victims of this hidden surveillance system. Many of them are now preparing to file lawsuits and public statements. One of the stars, who has not yet been named, was allegedly filmed in a compromising situation that was later used to force them into signing a multi-year contract under unfair conditions. It is now being speculated that Long's violent breakdown may have been triggered by his own discovery of this system. A crew member from his last set revealed that during the filming of his final scene with Young MI, Long allegedly accused a staff member of placing devices in his dressing room. At the time, the claim was dismissed as paranoia. But now, that accusation is being re-examined under a different lens. What if he was not losing his mind, said one producer. What if he was finally seeing the truth? Industry cover-up and elite protection. Perhaps most alarming is the rumor that high-level executives and media outlets were fully aware of the surveillance program but chose to remain silent. Some reportedly benefited from the recordings, using them to protect certain stars or blackmail others into silence. Several popular talk show hosts who once praised Crown Apex are now being investigated for accepting payments in exchange for controlling narratives and deflecting attention from internal scandals. Worse still, 2 of the hard drives recovered were mysteriously wiped clean just minutes before the raid, suggesting someone inside Crown Apex had been tipped off. This has sparked fears of a mole within the investigation and possible interference by external political forces. Where is Yu Long now? Yu Long remains under heavy legal supervision and is currently undergoing psychological evaluation. Sources say he has become silent and withdrawn, refusing to speak to his own legal team. But some believe he is the key to unlocking even deeper secrets. An insider from his agency claimed that before his arrest, Yu Long had been preparing a video confession detailing everything he knew about the surveillance ring, including a list of celebrities who were targeted and those who helped cover it up. The video has yet to surface. His legal team is now facing pressure from both fans and advocacy groups to release the full version of his psychiatric testimony, which could expose more names and details. Young M.I.'s next move. Meanwhile, Young M.I. has remained under protection, but insiders say she has been meeting with an international law firm to begin a legal war not just against Yu Long, but against Crown Apex and several former executives. One friend described her as quiet but deadly focused. She is reportedly preparing a massive lawsuit that could blow open decades of corruption and manipulation hidden beneath the glamour of fame. A movement has started across social media under the tag Shatter the Industry, calling for mass resignations, investigations, and protections for young artists entering the business. This is no longer just a scandal. This is a reckoning. A collapse. A painful rebirth of truth after years of carefully polished lies. What was once whispered in hallways and hidden behind closed doors is now crashing into the light, with the world watching. And as the first walls begin to crumble, one thing is certain. This is not the end. It is the beginning of war.